Hey guys, so I'm here with a new debutant on the channel. Just want you to quickly just introduce yourself and what publication you write for.
Okay, my name is Khanyiso Tshwaku. I work for News 24 Sport and I do commentary and analysis for the SABC.
Yeah, it's excellent. So I love his commentary. I love what he has to say, his opinion. So I had to get him on the show and have a quick chat ahead of the second test against the Wanderers against the West Indies. First and foremost, the press conference was quite interesting, and we got the test 11 before the time, not something that we don't normally get. So what's your thoughts on the test 11?
Well, look, I mean, it's a horses for courses. The Wanderers has been a surface that has turned unseasonably so. One would think that because of the rather moist weather we've had of the past past 2 summers, the pitch hasn't always had an opportunity to bake, to compact, and actually have a bit of grass to actually thrive on it. If you look at some of the past performances, the spinners that have been picked for this game have had success here. Simon Harmer took 14 for 150 in a 10-wicket win for the Titans. I mean, in 2021, Kisha Maraj took 6 for 126 and 748. In Dolphins, when 86 runs, also made a second innings 89. So look, I mean, spinners have thrived. I mean, beyond 14 also took a 6-wicket haul. For the Lions last week. So finally the Lions are on the winning end on a spinner's wicket here. So look, it's a very weird state of affairs, if you can put it that way, that a Wanderers surface, one that has traditionally been known as the flying track in the Southern Hemisphere. I suspect that it judges one of the 3 top fastest pitches in Southern Hemisphere. That would be behind the Gabba, behind the Burswood ground, the big Optus Stadium in Perth. Just that I'm thinking of the name that they call it by. So look, it's a horses for courses. Then what that makes it the toss very crucial.
A very positive batting lineup over here, with we seeing a fan favorite actually getting added into this lineup within Ryan Rickleton. How excited are you to see someone like Ryan get an opportunity at the Wanderers at his home ground?
Indeed, I mean, any player who's on form, you would be excited because, I mean, Ryan's been a top run maker across formats, not just in red ball cricket, not just in 50-over cricket. He's been scoring runs. So I think what becomes significant now is the taking of that opportunity, because it's become clear now that with South Africa not playing as many tests, making your opportunity count becomes paramount. If you look at the fact that South Africa may not be playing a lot of test cricket for the next year, for the next 6-7 months, it does make it rather tricky now for players to establish themselves. You know that the will be players will be established in terms of G, in terms of Temba, in terms of Aiden, but then again, everyone else in between that will be caught in a slight flux, because they then need to be in a position to defend their positions, and the only way you can defend your position when you're not in a senior position is runs.
Finally, just with regards to the West Indies, what should South Africa be wary of on this particular surface?
Look, I suspect the West Indies will get in Gudakesh Muti to play. He took wickets in Zimbabwe. But one also needs to look at the fact that South Africa does have a batting unit of higher class, and the key part is that Gudakesh Muti took first innings wickets against Zimbabwe and Bulawayo. So what becomes significant is that even if South Africa win the toss, it's not guaranteed that they will be able to bat last on to make the West Indies bat last on a turning surface. I mean, we would have seen what transpired in Indo between India and Australia, where India won the toss on a square turn, batted first, and still saw flames at the hands of Matt Kuhneman, Todd Murphy, and Nathan Lyon. So it's no guarantee, just because the pitches, the conditions are conducive to spin, doesn't mean that a team can just walk in and then bat well in the first innings. You still need to bat well, and I think for the team that wins the toss, those first innings runs will be crucial, because if there's a case where you lose a toss, you bat first, you bowl first, and you find yourself batting on the first day, look, it's going to be very, very, very difficult to come back, because you're also falling the opposition side the reasonably better batting conditions. And if you've seen with the first class games that have taken place here, it's been reasonably decent in the first 2 innings. The condition switch up has generally come in the third and the fourth innings, is where the lead has become significant. We saw in the Lions game against the Titans, I think 400 played 400, then there was a collapse in the second innings from the Lions. The Dolphins, when they came in one year, they needed 89 from Kisha Maharaj, but the first innings were pretty much even Stevens. So it becomes very critical for runs to be scored in the first innings to avoid a third inning shootout, because I would love to think that when you look at those 3 first-class games alone, they provide pretty much a figment of what can can happen. In test matches, with the third innings being where pretty much the game is being decided.
So thanks a lot for coming on the show, guys. Please follow him on social media and subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. I hope I get to chat to him again later in this test series. It depends how busy he is, of course. So thanks for coming on.
It's a pleasure, man. Thank you.